I'm in the pretty market village of Stamford in Lincolnshire. Was once in the old county of Rutland, but this is still in Lincolnshire, although it's just on the Lincolnshire-Rutland border. I'm standing on the bridge. That's Lord Burleigh's Hospital, as it was known, built in the 1500s by Lord Burleigh as an almshouse. I'm standing on the bridge. This used to be a fortified bridge that had buildings on it and a town hall. There are medieval footings of the bridge, which are no longer there. I think this bridge dates from the 1800s. Stamford used to have a castle and a town wall. The castle was located just there, although there's very little of it remaining. And there are small fragments of the town wall remaining. Obviously it's very, very busy. There's no... The A1 goes past here, but there's no actual bypass through the town any other way. What we're walking up to is this here, St Mary's passage. It's believed to be a Norman arch from one of the postern gates from the town wall. Which, as you can see, does look very, very old. A lot of the buildings built around this area are built of Barnack stone from a little place called Barnack up the road. That's one of the few remaining parts of Stamford Castle. It was a Motte and Bailey castle. The last parts of it were destroyed in order to put in a bus station. Not sure how old these bits of the wall are. They're certainly made of similar stone. This is possibly parts of the old castle, town wall. Although this stonework and that looks very old, it's not part of the original. Castle, etc. There is this little piece here, which may very well have been part of the old town wall. Eleanor of Castile, the first wife of Edward I, they had about 15 or 16 children, all legitimate children. He never had any affairs. When she died in 1290 up in Harrowby, I think it was, they brought her back to London, and at each place they stopped they erected a Eleanor Cross, as they were known. There were 12 of them in total. There's only 3 remaining. One of them was in Stamford, and that was built as a representation of one of them. The others are at Geddington, Hardingstow, just outside Northampton, and down in Waltham Cross in London, near London. I think it's north of the M25. And this bus station here is where the motte used to be, from the Motte and Bailey Castle. It was destroyed in 1936, I believe, in order to build this bus station. You can still see that it is an elevated position, but sadly this is all we've got left to look at, apart from the few remaining bits that I've already got, and this is all that's left now of Stamford Castle. What we're looking at there, that lumpy bumps in the ground there, was possibly the remains of the Augustine Friary, and this was also the site of one of the gates, St. Peter's Gate, in the town wall. And this corner tower, which had a big massive crack in it once upon a time, they looked like they filled it, was one of the last remaining towers in Stamford Town Wall. I mean, that wall there may have followed the old part of the town wall, but I'm not sure that is actually part of it. The top of the wall itself doesn't really look that thick, the actual stonework, as you can see from that arrow loop. There's this section of wall in Stamford that's always intrigued me, which curves around where the old town wall would have been. With the buttress at the bottom there. I don't think that's the technical term. I can't remember what the technical term is. It certainly looks like it might have been part of the old town wall. It does continue to curve round on the circuit of where I would have assumed the old town wall would have gone around the town. And this part here seems to be like a wall there, and then there's a wall built behind it, although the wall built behind it's probably, I would say, it certainly looks newer. It was possibly an old well there for people to drink out of. That could just be reused stone, but it certainly follows the course that I would have suspected the old wall, and it looks quite a solid wall as well. The old wall would have followed. I think this bit here, I'm pretty sure the road, because of the way it's shaped, would have followed where the wall would have been. I may be wrong, but we do get to this shape with this bit here. We're certainly following what I would have thought would have been the where the wall went. Although this could have been, it could have been a later thing, but it sort of curves around the town. And thought that it was very possibly part of the old town wall, although it could have just been, like I say, reused stone. I think this is the last section that's that I've noticed that's visible.